42. 2016. The Greeks' focus on the salient object and its attributes led to their failure to understand the fundamental nature of causality. Aristotle explained that a stone falling through the air is due to the stone having the property of gravity. But of course a piece of wood tossed into water floats instead of sinking. This phenomenon Aristotle explained as being due to the wood having the property of levity. In both cases the focus is exclusively on the object, with no attention paid to the possibility that some force outside the object might be relevant. But the Chinese saw the world as consisting of continuously interacting substances, so their attempts to understand it caused them to be oriented toward the complexities of the entire field. That is, the context or environment as a whole. The notion that events always occur in a field of forces would have been completely intuitive to the Chinese. 43. 2017. When people face real adversity, disease, unemployment, or the disabilities of age, affection from a pet takes on new meaning. A pet's continuing affection becomes crucially important for those enduring hardship because it reassures them that their core essence has not been damaged. Thus, pets are important in the treatment of depressed or chronically ill patients. In addition, pets are used to great advantage with the institutionalized aged. In such institutions, it is difficult for the staff to retain optimism when all the patients are declining in health. Children who visit cannot help but remember what their parents or grandparents once were, and be depressed by their incapacities. Animals, however, have no expectations about mental capacity. They do not worship youth. They have no memories about what the aged once were, and greet them as if they were children. An old man holding a puppy can relive a childhood moment with complete accuracy. His joy and the animal's response are the same. 44. 2018. Psychologists who study giving behavior have noticed that some people give substantial amounts to one or two charities, while others give small amounts to many charities. Those who donate to one or two charities seek evidence about what the charity is doing and whether it is really having a positive impact. If the evidence indicates that the charity is really helping others, they make a substantial donation. Those who give small amounts to many charities are not so interested in whether what they are doing helps others. Psychologists call them warm glow givers. Knowing that they are giving makes them feel good, regardless of the impact of their donation. In many cases, the donation is so small, $10 or less, that if they stop to think, they would realize that the cost of processing the donation is likely to exceed any benefit it brings to the charity. 45. 2019. Monumental is a word that comes very close to expressing the basic characteristic of Egyptian art. Never before and never since has the quality of monumentality been achieved as fully as it was achieved in Egypt. The reason for this is not the external size and massiveness of their works, although the Egyptians admittedly achieved some amazing things in this respect. Many modern structures exceed those of Egypt in terms of purely physical size. But massiveness has nothing to do with monumentality. An Egyptian sculpture no bigger than a person's hand is more monumental than that gigantic pile of stones that constitutes the War Memorial in Leipzig, for instance. Monumentality is not a matter of external weight, but of inner weight. This inner weight is the quality which Egyptian art possesses to such a degree that everything in it seems to be made of primeval stone, like a mountain range, even if it is only a few inches across or carved in wood. 46. 2020. Speculations about the meaning and purpose of prehistoric art rely heavily on analogies drawn with modern-day hunter-gatherer societies. Such primitive societies, as Stephen Mithen emphasizes in The Prehistory of the Modern Mind, tend to view man and beast, animal and plant, organic and inorganic spheres, as participants in an integrated, animated totality. The dual expressions of this tendency are anthropomorphism, the practice of regarding animals as humans, and totemism, the practice of regarding humans as animals, both of which spread through the visual art and the mythology of primitive cultures. Thus, the natural world is conceptualized in terms of human social relations. When considered in this light, the visual preoccupation of early humans with the non-human creatures inhabiting their world becomes profoundly meaningful. Among hunter-gatherers, animals are not only good to eat, they are also good to think about, as Claude Lévi-Strauss has observed. In the practice of totemism, he has suggested, an unlettered humanity broods upon itself and its place in nature.